Hey Jenny, welcome to your prenatal yoga flow. My name is Shay, I'm a certified yoga teacher, and we'll go through this nice hip mobility flow together. So when you're ready, bring your knees towards the edges of your mat, toes together. Find a comfortable seat here, push your hips back toward your heels, start to walk your hands forward, and melt your forehead down to the mat, or if it feels better, if you have a block or a pillow, I'd invite you to place that underneath your forehead. Take the next few moments to breathe. Notice where there's tension in your body. And with every exhale, I invite you to let it go. Bring your full awareness to your breath here. And on your next exhale, I invite you to walk your hands back slowly, lift back up, come forward onto hands and knees, keeping your knees wider apart. That might feel better for your lower back. And planting your hands into the mat underneath your shoulders. Start as you inhale to drop your belly, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round out your spine. Bring chin to chest and continue to move with your breath. If you notice here you feel yourself straining anywhere in your body, I invite you to back off just a little bit. If you ever need to take a break, I invite you to come back to that child's pose that we did at the beginning. When you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Start to swing that knee forward and back, finding some nice hip circles here. And I invite you to try to find as much stability in your core as you can. Try to keep yourself from swaying too much side to side. When you're ready, as you inhale, bring that right foot towards the top of your mat. Hands on either side of your foot, and once again, if you have blocks or you have dense pillows or books, I'd invite you to use those to boost you up a bit, give you some more stability. And if you find yourself wanting to come deeper, you could bring those blocks or those props down just a little bit. Continue to breathe here. On your next exhale, I invite you to lengthen through that front leg, push your hips back toward your heel, and once again, use those blocks to support you. As you inhale, come forward, yielding into that knee. Exhale, lengthen. Linger here for a few more breaths. And on your next exhale, come back forward. Step your foot back to meet the other. And when you're ready, we'll find that sequence on the second side. Continuing with those hip circles on the left leg this time. And on your next inhale, bring that foot to the top of the mat. Once again, using your blocks or props for support. If you feel too much pressure on your pelvic floor, feel free to bring that back knee a little bit closer to your front heel. And make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. You don't want to go too far, putting our ankle in full flexion. As you exhale, lengthen that leg, sink your hips back. And as you inhale, yield into that knee. Exhale, lengthen. Continue to breathe. On your next exhale, release. Step it back. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. And I invite you here to keep your legs a little wider. Start to walk your dog, bend into one knee, straighten the other leg. Come forward and hover your knees over the mat. And exhale, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. In. And out. Linger here in your downward facing dog. Find some space in your hamstrings and your calves. And when you're ready, as you inhale, start to make your way to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Once again, if you have blocks, I really encourage you to use them. Find a nice bend in your knees. Keep your feet wider than your shoulders. As you inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, check in with your breath, check in with your body. And as you inhale, lift arms up, bring your feet wide. Exhale, sink your hips back into a wide chair pose. Feel free to keep your arms lifted up overhead or hands together at heart center, whatever feels better for you. And as you inhale, release. Exhale, step back so your feet are wide, toes pointing towards the top corners of your mat. And if you notice your knees starting to fall inward, I invite you to push them out, open up through your hips, and sink down into your goddess pose. As you inhale, lengthen through your legs, reach arms up. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink it down. And I invite you to grab your blocks for this next one. Start to sink down into your right leg, straightening your left leg this time. And you have the option to keep your hips low or a little higher, whatever feels better for you. And start to alternate legs, moving side to side. Find some stability here. When you're ready, move those blocks out of the way. Heel toe your feet closer together, about shoulder width apart. And feel free to point your toes outward if you'd like. Take an inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, sink down into your yogi squat. Inhale. And exhale. In and out. One more. Once you find yourself here, I invite you to linger here as best as you can. Press your elbows into your knees, palms together. And when you're ready, sit back on your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch, either closer in towards you or further in front of you, whatever feels better. I invite you to take hold of your feet, take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, find a slight forward fold, maintaining that length in your spine. As you exhale, walk your hands back slowly. Bring your hands behind you, feet in front of you. Start to drop your knees side to side, in a little windshield wiper motion. Take this time to notice where there's lingering tension in your lower back and your hips. With every exhale, let it go. For this next one, I invite you to bring your left leg forward, back leg behind you, both at 90 degrees. As you inhale, lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, once again, find a slight forward fold here. Not looking to go too far, to stretch too deeply. On your exhale, release. Bring the other leg forward this time. Left leg back behind you. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, find your slight forward fold. As you exhale, start to come back up. Bring your legs out in front of you, and I invite you, if you have a pillow or a block, to use it to bolster your hips up. It can allow you to rock your hips forward and create more space in your belly to breathe. I invite you to lift up through your chest, lengthen through your spine. Bring one hand to belly, one hand to heart. Take some deep breaths here. And take this moment to offer gratitude for your body, for your pregnancy, for your life here on this earth. I invite you, Jenny, to meet me with hands at heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this mobility yoga flow. I hope you have a wonderful day.